Doop, doop, doop. Mad. They be mad.
Obviously.
It's a thought and a plan.
Look at how stunning she looks right now.
Yes, you see that?
I'm gonna go clean. And then I'd sit there and be like, I don't feel like doing it.
I like to go bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger.
Oh, 1,000%.
Yes.
Oh, it just makes so much sense.
I don't talk a lot of shit, so.
Ramble.
Pretty basic.
Thank you to Grammarly for sponsoring this episode of Pretty Basic.
Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Cheers. It's like they're here with us. That was tequila. Woo! Ooh! Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Pretty Basic. I'm your co-host, Alisha Marie.
And I am Remy Cruz.
And we have an icon in the studio with us, and also a fellow Aries queen.
Yes.
We have Miss De'Ara Taylor.
Hello.
If you're not watching the video, you need to X out. I don't care if you're driving right now. Go look at the video and look at how stunning she looks right now. Like this look.
And Alisha asked me if I planned this, and I did because I knew the theme and the color was pink. So I was like, I had to do color chromatic, all pink.
No, we've
never had. We've had like so many guests, and no one has ever done this for us, and we just want to say thank you.
You are welcome.
Like this feels like you're interviewing us on your set. Like, I
definitely have to get a picture right here.
Yes,
on point 5.
For those people who don't know you, like, shout yourself out. Where can they find you? Obviously, you are a CEO, you are a founder, you are a creator. I feel like you're so like under the radar, and I don't like that. I'm like you are. I don't know. Where can they find you?
Okay, so my name is De'Ara Taylor. If you don't know, but I mean, I'm assuming you are if you're watching this. But if you don't, my name is De'Ara Taylor. I am a YouTuber, and I also am a CEO. So I do YouTube, and you can find me at De'Ara Taylor. That's it. That's on YouTube. That's all around platform as well. De'Ara Taylor. DeArataylor. And I also am the CEO of my brand, Lorvae Sunglasses.
Woo!
Lorvae, copy your pair.
We are wearing them currently right now, and we look amazing.
If you're wondering what shades we're wearing, it's the sunglasses from her brand.
The Valentine's Day collection.
So I had to surprise some guys with gifts, and it also matches.
No,
it really does. It's so good.
Like it is so. I was saying how I feel like every fit of yours, you have sunglasses on, so this brand makes so much sense.
Yes.
Also, it's 1 year anniversary, and your birthday's coming up.
Yes.
How
Congratulations.
Are we feeling?
I'm so excited because, listen, I didn't think that a year will fly by. Like, my brand is already about to be 1 year old. That is so crazy to me. And then on top of that, I'm about to be 27. So, you know, time is flying. And then I am super excited. This is a big birthday because my brand is turning 1. So that's kind of like the main reason why I was not mad about sharing a birthday with my brand. Because I would tell my friends, I would literally be like, you know, it's not a big birthday for me. It's not a big birthday. But Lorvae, it is. You know, it is. So I have a reason to celebrate big, even though I'm not celebrating really big for my birthday, because I feel like my next big celebration will be maybe 30.
Oh my God. I feel like your brand is crushing it. I obviously don't know any on the inside scoops, like what's been hard or anything like that, but not many creators have started from YouTube and had successful brands. What have you learned this past year?
I think the main thing I learned was just staying authentic. I feel like me starting this brand was something that I knew I wanted to do, and I knew that was going to be my passion because I love fashion and I love sunglasses. Like you say, like I can't wear a fit without shades. Like if you look up on my Instagram, I'm wearing shades.
Every single
picture. When I walk out the house, I have to have shades, whether it's basic, simple, glasses, something has to go on my face. So I knew this brand is something that I wanted to have no matter what. And it is my passion, it is my baby. Like I love my brand. And I feel like that is the main thing that makes a successful brand. Like you being able to love it. Like you being able to put your all into something that you love, because that's the only time you put your all into something unless you love it, right?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Oh my God. How does it feel? Like you just showed us a little bit. We got a sneak peek of creative for one of your next shoots.
Yes, she did.
How involved are you in the creative process?
100%. 1,000%. Like when you look at my theme, when you look at my concept, every single thing, I have a say in every little thing. And when it comes to my brand and when it comes to the details, I sit and think and I'm like, okay, you know, we have winter coming up. This is like the idea I want. This is like the concept that I want to do. And then I go back to my team and okay, cool. We're going to go with this. And then I have my creative team. They come in, they bring their ideas. And then that's kind of like how the magic works. And that's kind of like how I started with what you're wearing, my sweetheart collection. So I knew for a fact my sweetheart collection, I wanted to be, because it was like the first Valentine's Day theme. You know what I'm saying? And usually people don't really drop things for Valentine's Day. I don't know if you guys know this.
Yes.
It's very rare that like a company brand, let alone sunglasses, would drop something for Valentine's Day. And I was like, I want it to be Sweethearts, the candy, because it's my mom's favorite candy.
So cute.
that.
I just put all the colors together
Yeah.
right now. Okay.
You see all the different color hearts?
Yes.
That's what I did. And that's why it's lined up in the box like that with all the colors, because I wanted you to look at it and be like, oh, this is like Sweetheart candy.
Oh my God.
So
did
cute.
I mean, so a concept like that, if you're saying most people, wouldn't advise you to do a Valentine's Day collection, how do you find that balance of pushing forward, knowing what you want, but then also taking in advice of what would do well?
Well, one thing I know for a fact that things do well is if it's something that hasn't been done before, if it's different, if it's out of the box. And I feel like you see Sweetheart candies, but you don't see it put into like sunglass form or put it, in a collection for sunglasses or anything for that matter. The theme and all of that. And also, too, one thing I didn't want to do, especially for my first collection when it came for my Valentine's Day theme, I didn't want it to be pink and red because that's what people would expect.
Yes.
Too cliche.
Yes, too cliche. So I was like, I want to think outside the box. And I know the Sweetheart candy come with all different colors, like yellow, the color you have on, teal, blue, all those different colors. So I was like, I'm going to go outside the box and I'm going to do this because I know people are going to expect red. They're going to expect pink. So I wanted to, jump outside the box.
But the pink is so good.
It's so good.
I had to add pink in it though, but I knew for a fact I wanted to do other colors.
Yes.
And also like the perfect transition. I mean, it made a great gift for someone trying to give a Valentine's Day gift and then transitions into spring perfectly.
Yes,
so I feel like, I think it was seamless. I think it was great. You obviously just talked to us a little bit about the brand. How did you come up with the name, like the ideation? How long did it take to come into fruition? All the behind the scenes kind of stuff.
Okay, so my brand took about 2 years to actually release and launch and tell everybody about it. My name is Lorvae, Lorvae, and it's basically my last name and my middle name. People don't know my middle name, so if you put two and two together, you can kind of see. So my last name is Taylor, Taylor, and then you have Lorvae, Lor, and then my middle name is Vaeshe, Vaeshe,
so
and then
Cute.
Lorvae. So that's kind of how I came in. And that's another thing also. I didn't want people to automatically suspect what my brand name was going to be.
Yes.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So I feel like people would have suspected it for it to be starting with a D.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to
yeah.
start it with a D. So I was like, I know I wanted to incorporate my last name. Not a lot of people know my middle name. So combine the two, and Lorvae, that sounds so luxury. Like,
No,
because
it sounds
Because it
rich.
is. It is.
Yes.
It's lux.
And also it can the brand can stand on its own.
Yes.
While also still being affiliated with you, which is, I think, the dream for any influencer starting a brand. They want to be obviously affiliated, but also maybe one day have it be its own entity. So
And that was my goal, honestly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my God. How has it been dealing with YouTube too? Because I think that's something people do not understand. It is so hard to do both. Like even Rem has Cooking with Remy. Like we have different projects. Even Pretty Basic is its own thing. So I feel like a lot of creators want to have the glamorous like line or whatever, but they don't realize that's a whole other full-time thing. Like how, because you still upload.
Yes.
How do you do it?
It was hard. And I did recently just take like a mental break for like 2 months. And baby, when you take a break and when you go focus on yourself and your mental, they be mad.
Sorry, I thought you were going to say something so inspirational. They're mad.
Mad. They be mad.
But they are, yeah.
But it's like, okay, so I just finished filming my video coming back. So that should be up like maybe Friday, Thursday of this week. And a lot of people was like, oh, dear, where are you? Where have you been? And all of that. And it was one comment, one DM that I read in my video. And it was pretty much like, oh, she was just like, oh, where have you been? We deserve an explanation if you wasn't going to post any videos. I'm like, whoa. And then she says it's always Lorvae this and Lorvae that.
Oh, no.
I'm like, oh, here we go. And it is hard. And like when I first, announced my brand, I was filming every single day. I posted a video every single day up until my birthday. You guys know Vlogmas.
Oh yeah.
So like Vlogmas is hard.
Yeah.
And you're that's 25 videos. But I did 17, which is still, close to 25. So I uploaded and filmed every single day when it came to my birthday because I wanted something that's going to catch their eye. Like, oh, because I was missing. Well, not that long. Well, it wasn't 2 months. It was maybe like a month or a few weeks. But when I came back,
that's a long time.
It's a long time.
The creator world, because when you're trying to post 5 times a day just to keep up with views and engagement, like a whole week off is a long time, let alone a month or 2. Like that's a long time.
It was a long time. So I was like, when I come back, I got to come with a bang because this is what they're expecting. So I came back with a video every day until my birthday. So that was so hype. But nobody knew that Lorvay was going to be coming on my birthday. So, you know, leading up into the lunch, the announcement, I was just posting like regular videos that they wanted to see. And then boom, it was Lorvay. And then after, you know, my brand was launched and after it was announced, I still was posting outside of that. And then turn around to 2023, I took like 2 months off, like January, February.
Good.
Now I'm coming back, but I think it's needed. It is hard, but I think it's something I can do. I can juggle both. And I just, you know, anybody out there who's a creator or who's in this light and want to do other things, I feel like you can. I think a lot of people box themselves in because a lot of people aren't, you know, used to change and don't like change. But I think, you know, YouTube is YouTube. YouTube is going to be there forever. My brand is something that I put my all into, and I feel like I put my all into YouTube as well, but a brand is different. It's 2 totally different things. You know, you guys are both business owners as well. So, and I believe that it's 2 different things, and I feel like my brand takes more of my time, my attention, my focus, my thinking process, my thoughts, all of that. So, and then on top of that, you have to film, and when it comes to filming, like I'm very, 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 very detailed. Like I plan my videos out.
Oh, I love that.
And I do this thing where it calls like a to-do list at the beginning of my vlog, and I literally do every single thing. And that is how I do my day-to-day as well.
And it holds you accountable, which is awesome for your daily tasks. I think when you think of early YouTube, when we started our channels forever ago, though, that was a baby within itself of like we were putting so much into it. But then after a year or 2, whatever, it becomes a well-oiled machine in that sense, where now I feel like it's just your brand is like the new baby and your channel is like the firstborn that's like growing up and doing its thing. So I think that a lot of people don't take into account like how much work you put into your channel in the beginning, but you, like it's on its training wheels now and it can kind of ride a little bit on its own. And it's just like after your brand, I'm sure you're going to start something else eventually too down the line, and everything is just like getting it set in motion. So I feel like listeners or viewers should take that into account too.
Yes. And then also too, people have to also realize like YouTube is never, ever, ever, ever going to be on the back burner. YouTube is going to be there forever because I like to document my photo shoots and all that different things. So, and I'm going to upload it on YouTube. And like when I'm traveling and doing all those different things, I'm still going to be posting on YouTube. But it's like when it's time for a break and when I need to take a step back, I can take a break from YouTube. I can't take a break from my brand.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
So true.
Yeah.
I've struggled with brands thinking if I am so absent on YouTube, like that's obviously the main marketing for it is me posting. And then it's been a struggle sometimes figuring out, well, how much do I delegate on the brand side so I can continue doing YouTube, which is obviously going to push sales for whatever brand it is. Or how much do I like stay fully in this and then delegate maybe like an editor for YouTube or like different things like that. Like that's, I feel like it's different for every creator. Have you found a good rhythm for that on your end?
Yes. So I do have an editor.
Nice.
And that's a great thing. That is a great piece when it comes to me coming back, because it's like, okay, well, you know, people think it's like, well, all you have to do is film, but it's not just filming, because I don't have like high production. I don't have people walking around with a camera. Like I actually still hold my camera because I like to, and I like to document myself holding my camera and just vlog in my everyday life. But I do have editors, but it's a difference between editing and filming also. Like editing is hard, but picking up the camera and documenting every single thing for a video is even harder, I think.
Yeah. Mentally thinking about, I'm sure we all feel this. When you're going to bed, you're not just going to sleep. You're thinking about, okay, well, what am I going to do tomorrow? What shots am I going to get? What can I vlog? What should I not vlog? Just for like the morning section, like that goes on for every video and people aren't aware of that.
Yes. And also just going to sleep and waking up the next day and realizing you didn't close out a vlog.
Oh, that's the worst. when I'm editing and I'm like, oh, I just know I'm getting to the outro and I didn't do one and I have to do like a half-ass. I feel so bad.
And they hate it when I'm like, hey guys, it's me again. I forgot to end the vlog.
The worst is the photo booth where you're like,
the photo album on MacBook.
Hey guys, sorry I didn't close out the vlog yesterday, but I'm closing out now. Bye.
Yes.
Yeah. But it's harder because you have to, you know, you have to do those routines. You have your intro, you have your outro, you have everything that's going into the vlog that you make, which I call it like a movie production, honestly.
Yeah.
Like,
It really is.
Yes.
You're telling a full story from start to finish, but not everybody views vlogs in the way that we do. And there have been so many times where I want to do vlogs differently. I think we're just so ingrained to doing them a certain way for so many years that I can't think of a vlog not from start to finish as like my morning to my night. Some people just vlog like random things, then put it together for a week. I'm like, I loved that. I just can't let my brain do that.
Doesn't.
It's me.
I can't.
It's me.
I said that. I literally said that to my friend. I was like, that's not how it works. It has to be night to finish.
Yes,
And like I said,
yes.
I have this
Morning to
thing
sleep.
where I do a to-do list every single vlog, but it's like my everyday life. Like I
Yeah.
write a to-do list whether I'm vlogging or whether I'm not. But it also, my to-do list for my vlog is kind of like my runner show. So everything that I'm reading off of my to-do list is what I'm doing. So I check it off when I do it and when I film it.
Oh, I love that. Speaking of Vlogmas, I think that's how I found you. Was because not that many people do Vlogmas. It's a little small community, right? And then I saw your intro and I was like, this bitch is on my level. And then I found out you were an Aries and I was like, oh, it just makes so much sense.
Yes.
Like
We think alike. We
Yes.
think alike. I look at your intros, I'll be like, yep.
Yeah. No, all
my
your shoots, I'm
God.
just like, damn, like so good. You never half-ass anything. So it makes sense why these like the sunglasses is just, it's truly, it looks like it's killing it
Thank
on
you.
our end for
Thank
sure.
you so much. I really appreciate it because
my God.
I do. I think about things.
Yeah.
I put
The
a
small
lot of detail
details.
in everything. It's the details. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
And it is killing it.
Thank you.
Okay, wait. Are you into zodiacs, horoscopes?
I am.
Astrology?
I am.
Can you read her as an Aries? Like, can you tell her a little more about being an Aries?
I don't know that much about being an Aries.
I feel like I think we're kind of like the same. Like I am a person like I'm very big on energy and I love to be by myself also. Are you like that?
Yeah.
But I love my friends. I love my family. But like when I want to be alone, I want to be alone. But also too, I feel like we are perfectionists, like to the T. When if something doesn't go the way I had it in my mind, it's a shit show.
Game over.
It's a shit show. Like I'm literally irritated. I'm aggravated. Like I'm annoyed because it's not going how I want it to go because how I had it in my mind was so perfect. And I feel like you're that way.
Yeah. Okay, guys, final season is coming up. Maybe you're wanting to ask your boss for a raise, and let's just say you cannot do that if you have bad grammar, and I know I do.
I love Grammarly so much because it has made me feel so much more confident about my writing projects from start to finish. And that is something that I feel is completely priceless. Feeling confident in my text messages, my recipes that I'm writing down, whatever it may be. If you're a student and you are writing essays for school, it is so helpful for every aspect of your writing.
Honestly, Grammarly is a must-have for every single type of student, and it's free to download and available on all of your different apps, devices, whatever. You got a computer, it's downloadable. You got a phone, it's downloadable.
The free version of Grammarly helps with proofreading your work as you write, offering comprehensive writing suggestions and a double-click synonym feature. Also, if you want to upgrade, you can get Grammarly Premium, which comes with advanced features like clarity, full sentence rewrites, which basically flag and rephrase hard-to-read sentences, which is something that I feel like I really need. And also there's plagiarism detection. So if you are writing an essay for school or, writing anything for work, it's not something that you want to get caught doing, intentional or not.
From essays and projects to emails and presentations, use Grammarly to write with confidence and improve your grades this year. Sign up for an account today at grammarly.com/podcast and get 20% off when you upgrade to Grammarly Premium. That's GRAMMARLY.com/podcast.
Have you ever filmed a video and you was like, nope, I'm done for the day. This just pissed me off.
Oh,
Because it didn't go-
1,000%.
Okay.
1,000%.
you looking at it like, dang, I done got my hair done. I look nice. I look good. But the way it's turning out is just not how
It's
I want
just
it.
not how you envisioned it. And then you feel bad because you had people come over to like help film or help produce or whatever. And you feel like you wasted so much time and energy and money. And you're just like, but I'm not going to like this. So like, what's the point? Wow. Yeah, I feel that.
Are you very like black and white like she is? Like, will you, if you were filming and you didn't like it, would you just cut it short?
I think especially like back in the day for sure. I would have been
Okay.
like, okay, we're done. We're not. I think now I'd be like, okay, how can we kind of make, or I would stop and do it the next day or something like that.
Yes, I would do
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh
But,
my
like,
God, that's so funny.
Usually it's kind of like, yeah, if I'm not feeling it, if it's not coming out how I want, I will kind of stick it through because I'm one of those people who, I don't know, if you're like this too, then I feel like, damn, we are alike.
Yeah.
But I'm one of those things where I would sit, if something isn't going how I want it to, I'm very, very standoffish. Like I would literally sit there and be like, shit, this not going right. Damn. I'm not, it's in my head, but I'm like, shit, I'm like, I gotta see it through. I gotta see it through.
on the pretty and I was gonna say also on the out, like you think you're seeming very like fine with it, but like to everyone around, like we know you're pissed.
I try so hard. I'm like, don't make it obvious.
Yes.
Like, shake it
and
off.
they
like,
know.
it's fine.
They know.
Oh, we know.
Especially people
We
like
know.
y'all best friends. So like my friends, they know. Like, yep.
Oh,
And then I try to like overcompensate. I'm like, it's okay. Everything's fine. Everyone, we're all good. Everyone's okay. It's all good. She just needs a moment.
And I feel like Aries need friends like that because what if I'm on a shoot and it's like not going around like it, I'm just literally sitting there, my friend, like, fix your face, fix your face, fix your face.
Wait, that makes me feel so much better. I was like, Alisha, you're being a bitch. And I'm like, no, it's just because we're late and then they're taking too much time on this and the lighting's not good how I wanted it to be. And it would be so much better if it was the daytime. But I was like, you know what? We can't change that. And then the fountain wouldn't work in the back. And I was just like, what is going on?
And you're sitting there like, damn.
I know.
It's not going to come out my mouth, but.
No. So our faces can only make one face in that scenario. It's just like,
Just sour.
just
like-
sour. Oh my God. And then we.
So she does.
Like a fake smile.
When you really just want to freaking cry. Like,
Yes.
I had that before on a shoot and I was just like, I'm about to cry, but I was like, I gotta see it through. But I got home pissed. I was like, it was the worst ever. Like I was just like, I hated it. And I really did the shoot over again. That's how
Start to finish.
Yes.
Damn. You would do the same. Oopsies.
I think that's something I'm trying to learn since I am pretty like all or nothing is sometimes videos they don't need to be as big as a campaign video launch. And I think that's been really good having Pretty Basic or our other brands to like kind of let that be my outlet for being super perfectionist and like letting it be there. And then I'm trying to learn. I'm like, Alisha, it's a vlog. Like, it's okay if it's not perfect. It's okay,
It's okay if it's not a Spielberg
it's
movie.
okay if it's not a Spielberg Oscar-winning movie. So that's something I'm trying to learn right now. Is like, you know what? And that's what makes those campaign videos so much more epic because they do stand out.
They're
you know?
special.
They're
That's a really good point.
Yeah, but it's
you put your all into that. And then like vlog, you just kind of have to, you know, realize like it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. You're going to not close out a vlog or you didn't do this piece that you said you were going to do in a vlog. Because that's another thing that I hate. I hate saying I'm going to do something in a video and I don't do it. So I will literally tell my editors, like, take it out. I didn't do it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think that too all
Honestly,
the time.
RIP to all the clips and videos that just never made it.
Nope.
You know?
I will say there is like a long time in my vlogs too where I would say like, I'm going to go clean and then, or like clean up my entire house. And then I'd sit there and be like, I don't feel like doing it. So I'd cut it out. But then I got to a point where I was like, maybe I should leave in saying that I was going to, and then also admit like I didn't get to it because also everybody in the world does the same thing where you're like, you want to do it and you say you're going to do it, but then you don't. And I feel like it made people understand that we're like not all perfect. So I started doing that more too. But I used to be like, just cut it, pretend like I never said that.
I used to lie if I didn't end my vlog and I'd be like, sorry guys, my battery died. It didn't die.
Hey guys, I went to sleep actually. No. My camera was sitting right
went
there
out
and
to
I
the
was like, nah.
Literally, we probably went out.
We went out.
Like, yeah.
My battery died.
That's so
And you came home and just went to sleep. You looked at the camera and was like, nah.
I had the thought. I was like, I should end this. And I was like, nah.
That's so
we
funny.
kind of stopped doing that. I've been, yeah, that's been a struggle.
Wait, I want to know what's your moon and your rising as well.
I think I'm a double Aries and Gemini.
Holy shit.
Whoa. Wait. Which one's Aries?
Moon?
Rising?
Rising.
Rising.
Okay.
Rising
And then
Aries.
Rising Aries.
Interesting.
Yeah.
See, I feel like you're more of an Aries than I am. Like
That's
the
a
like.
stack
So what do you
chart.
think? How can you read me?
I just feel like you're my ego. Like I wish I could like come in here wearing this.
You know what it is? You know, Inside Out, the little character?
Yes.
Like, you are like Joy in her brain. Like, that's
Yes.
exactly what she is.
Like,
I love that movie too.
It's so good. We always reference it. We're like
do, we
little
love it.
people in the head.
my rising and moon are both Libra, which is interesting.
Interesting.
Because I feel like it kind of counteracts my Ariesness, but in certain ways I feel like my Aries really shows, but then other ways like me liking balance, I hate confrontation. Like
Yeah.
I feel like I see that more with those.
And I think that is the reason why we will sit there and literally be pissed off in our head, but don't say nothing
Not
because
say
we don't
anything.
like confrontation.
Yes.
Because I've literally got my hair done a million and trillion one times, and I hated it, but I would literally sit there and get my hair done.
Yeah.
Or when you get your nails done, like, you're like bleeding. You're like giving, like, oh, thank you so much.
You
for,
don't
like,
say anything.
$50
Yes.
tip.
Oh, great.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you. See you next in 2 weeks.
I've done that. I've literally tipped probably like $20, $30 because I was just like,
Oh my God.
I don't want to feel bad.
I love it.
Have you ever done it where like they clip you or something and then you just don't say anything and then they apologize and you pretend you didn't notice? You're just like,
I've done it. That is crazy. That's creepy because I have done it. I'm like, oh no, I didn't even see. Oh, thank you.
Like the acetone seeping into your cut. You're
And
like,
it's burning.
Yeah.
And your ass cheeks are literally clenching because you're like, shoot, fuck it. I've done it before.
It's so true.
Oh my god. Oh, I forgot we took a shot.
That's what that is. That's why
I'm still sweating. I didn't take a shot. If it makes you feel any better.
I'm like, woo. Oh my god. Also, side note, can you get? I don't know. Do you know Remy sign?
Aquarius, she said.
Okay.
I did say
oh,
that,
you
yes.
did say it.
Aquarius.
Never mind.
And that's like, is that January?
February. You can be January or
February.
February, yeah.
Okay, but you're February?
February Aquarius, yes. Which
you
I
have
don't
an-
know if I resonate much with, to be honest.
Really? I feel like anytime I see the horoscope things on Instagram, I'm always like, that is so Remy.
Like, stupid bitch. That's so Remy.
And it's crazy because those be accurate.
They-
I will
they
read
are.
myself and be like, damn, that's me.
Yeah, that's me. I feel like I relate when you look at mine all together because I'm a rising. Wait, guess what my rising is?
Is it Aries?
No, I wish.
Gemini.
To be included.
Leo.
Yeah. Yeah. You knew.
Ooh.
And then I'm a moon Taurus.
Okay.
But I feel like when I read them, I'm like, yep. All three together in conjunction, I'm like, yeah, that's me for sure. But Aquarius, I don't know.
The
They're kinda-
Leo makes sense. You love the center
I
stage.
love
it.
being in
I
the
love
center.
Leo, so
I love.
It's good.
Amazing.
That's probably
I
why
was
I like your
gonna
vibe.
say-
I like your vibe, obviously, because you're Aries.
Oh my
so.
god, thank you.
We're one and the same, but I think I like you because you're Leo.
Thank you so much. I love that.
We always see things that's like Aquarius and Aries go so well together. So if you don't have an Aquarius in your life, you need one.
Well, you could be mine.
Okay, sounds good. I love it.
You can have two. You can have two Aries in your life.
I love that.
Yeah.
I'll take them all. I do love Aries though. I feel like everyone they're like
Her boyfriend's also an Aries.
Yes.
Like we were talking about earlier.
because I like a Leo, but Leos sometimes kind of scare me, and I feel like you guys are right under Leo for being like center of attention, but just as fun.
And I think Aries like attention, but it's kind of to an extent, if that makes sense.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Like I like attention, but I don't like being around a lot of people at once either. It's
I
weird.
feel that.
Like I like to post a picture on Instagram, and I like people to hype me up, or I like to release something for my brand, and everybody is talking about it. That's the type of attention I like. But
Okay.
like if I'm like in a crowd,
Crowd.
Like less physical.
Interesting.
freak out.
Yeah, I like to do the splits in the middle of a group of people.
See that? I probably. That's maybe the Leo side.
Exactly. That's my Leo coming out.
Oh my god, I love it. You also said this was your first podcast. We're so honored.
Yes, guys, this is my first podcast, and I'm so happy that it's with you guys.
No, you need one. Have you ever considered having one?
Having one, no.
Really?
I would talk a lot of shit, so I gotta like put it down back, like you said, keep it low key. But
Like,
I don't
keep
know.
some things to ourselves. Damn, I will say there are times where we're like, did we overshare there? Did we undershare there? I know you're really private about like dating and everything now too. How do you find that balance?
Amazing.
Oh, you love it.
Oh,
I
it.
love that.
I love it a lot. I feel like this is perfect because now I am in a different field. I am in a different zone. So like nobody can really, ask about a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, that's not my brand.
Yeah.
I kind of set myself up for a different direction that I was going after my breakup. So I was like, okay, this is going to be easy.
And you intentionally did that too?
Yes.
In what way?
I think because, when you go through things and when you do something one way, in order to learn from it, you have to do things differently. And I feel like in order to learn from a mistake that I made in the past, I have to move differently. So one thing that is not putting my relationship on the media, like at all, like zero.
I feel like that was such a golden nugget you just said.
No,
Like,
I went,
I know. I was like you
I'm gonna
have
clip
to
that
do
for
it
later.
different. Yeah.
And that's kind of just me. I feel like people are different, but I do feel like a lot of things on the media, especially a relationship, can really go through it because like a lot of people have these opinions on your relationship, whether it's true or not. And a lot of people want to put their input, whether they love you or not. But it's just kind of like that can take a toll on a person, that can take a toll on a relationship. Yeah. Because in the back of your head or the back of the person's head, they probably like, oh, I read a comment, oh, this is probably how she thinks because this is what they said. Like, I don't know. Like,
it
you know what I'm
gets
saying?
in
Like,
your head.
We have hate comments enough, and I feel like that's hard enough, let alone with a significant other.
right.
I
But
feel
I'm
like-
pretty sure it's times that people will pin you two together.
Oh,
and you
yeah.
just friends.
Oh, yeah.
So imagine that. Imagine that, and
Yeah.
imagine a relationship too. Like, 10
Oh my
times harder.
god, yeah.
For sure. I come on here. Obviously, it's our podcast, but I'll come and talk about whatever's going on in my life behind the scenes. So I've discussed how like my boyfriend and I for a while now have talked about getting engaged and started having those conversations. And so I would just talk about it here and there, but obviously he's not here to chat with me. So I've seen some discourse online saying that I am forcing him to propose to me, which is obviously not the truth, but I understand how me talking about it without him here might appear as though I'm like, oh my God, yeah, we're getting engaged. And then like, that's it, where he's not here to be like, Yes,
and it
we
can
talked
look that
about
way.
it.
But that's the thing too. I learned that social media twist things and make things away because it's kind of like self projection. Like
For sure.
you're saying or you're thinking that I'm forcing or trying to force my boyfriend to propose to me, but in reality, it's kind of like this is conversations we're having, and I'm just being transparent and talking
exactly.
about it on a podcast because
Yes.
that's what a podcast is about. To
For
talk
sure.
about
Yeah.
anything.
And even if we're here once a week recording, to them it sounds like every episode.
That's a
You
good
know?
point too. I went home. I was like, "Am I forcing you? I'm so sorry." He was like, "No," and I was like, "Okay, good. Just making
But
sure."
see, you see what happened.
Yeah.
You went home and you asked him because it's like those comments will really have you questioning yourself. Like, damn,
Is
made
it
it with
true?
it? Am I?
For sure. And also now, I obviously can't take anything back, but I do think learning from this, I do hope this is my end all relationship. But if I were to ever be in a relationship moving forward, I don't think I would have shared as much as I have, just because I experienced that personally. So I think it's great that you were able to learn and then apply and like reinvent yourself. That's amazing.
And that's a great thing to do, to go through things and change. And that's what I say all the time. Like, I'm big on going through something and coming out different because of change. Like, you're not going to be able to get to where you're supposed to be if you stand in the same position that you was. So.
For sure.
Yes, girl.
My mom growing up was always upset because she was like, I wish you would be the kind of person who would learn from her mistakes, or anybody, like someone in my family or her friends or whoever it may be. Like, they've done this, they learned this already. Can you apply it? But I've always just been someone who needs to go through it myself to learn to apply it for future
That's
Remy.
me too.
Yeah. But
And I think that's
love
good.
that.
I feel like
love
people are
it.
supposed to have their own, route they're supposed to
Yeah.
go, and they're supposed to go through things in order to fix their life. Like,
For sure.
what your mom go through or what anybody goes through, friend, family, relationship, no matter what, I feel like you have to go through that in order for you to decide. Like, it was very big. Like, I was telling people about, cheating and all of that. And I say, like, I was one of those people, you think, oh yeah, I would take somebody back if they cheated. Or no, you say you wouldn't until you get in the situation. And like,
Yeah.
obviously I've been cheated on, and obviously I've took a partner back. So I was like, okay, well, maybe this is something I do. But then over time you realize, like, nah.
And there's nothing wrong
And
with
I don't
that.
think
I'm
it
glad you were able to learn that for yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's anything wrong with it. I feel like people can really bounce back from situations like that, but I feel like everyone's different. And in order to say you can do something or say you will do something, you have to go through it, because people don't understand. People will say, oh no, I won't take a cheater back. But it's like, did you ever get cheated on and take them back?
Yeah.
Or, you see what I'm saying? Like, you have to go through the motions. You have to go through in order to make your final decision.
It's so easy to
Yeah.
say it if you've never experienced it.
Yes.
Oh, it's so easy to judge from the outside. But you're right. I feel like everyone has an opinion on it, but no one's really experienced it to where they have the right to have an opinion on it, if that makes
Correct.
sense.
Because a lot of people never went through it, or a lot of people have went through it who can relate, and it's like, oh, okay, I see where you're coming from because you've been through that.
Those people also only had an experience with one partner, which doesn't mean they know how all relationships are. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's also something hard to, people are kind of jaded with what they've experienced or know. So I think it's awesome to try to like work things out.
Of course.
But at least for your, like, you're like, I tried.
I believe it. I believe in making things work out, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like giving people a chance, a second chance, I feel like I believe in it. I really do.
I love that, because I feel like not a lot of people have that outlook.
I believe in
You
it.
know?
Because I feel like people can change. And this is something that I just said in my last video that I'm uploading, coming back. I think, because the question was, like, do you think people can change? And I said 100%. I do think people can change. And I also think 1,000% people don't change, because it's easier to stay the same versus changing, because changing takes a lot of work, a lot of inside work for yourself. And I feel like people rather, go the easy route without changing, because it's easier to not change. It's easier to stay the same person or stay the same and stay in the same mindset. But like, changing, that takes hard work. That takes hard work. And people don't like hard work.
And time and
It's
energy.
so true.
Time and energy. Yep.
Self-awareness, all of the above.
I like that, because I hate how I get why people say like people can never change, but I don't like that, because I'm like, I don't want to just like think people can't ever change, But I do think that hard work and the effort in making that change, or if, even if someone's, like an addict, for instance, they can change. It's a lot of fucking hard work to change that, but it doesn't mean that they can't change.
And I think people can change, but that's what I'm saying too. I think that for some people, it's easier to stay the same because change is hard. And like you mentioned, you correlated with, being an addict or alcoholic or anything like that. I feel like some people stay in that, mindset because it's harder to change. Like, it's harder to go without alcohol or go without, a drug addiction or whatever the case, because you've been doing it for so long. But it's not hard. You can change, but it's a lot of work. And a lot of times people just, don't want to do the work.
Yeah, or have like the resources or like
Yes.
the support team. Oh my
Yes.
God. Like
You have
I
to have
can't
support.
imagine not having a supportive family or even friends in that instance.
Because I feel like family support is just family, friends, support in general from people that you love. It's like, I think that would help you.
I love that though, because now I feel like if anyone asks me if people can change, I'm gonna be way more confident in my answer. Because I feel like it's like, you know,
100%
Absolutely.
yes, but 1,000% no. That's my answer.
wow.
Because 100% yes, I think 100% people can change because I've seen people change. I've seen people turn their life around, but 1,000% no, because it's easier to stay the same.
Yeah.
I'm
And
gonna
people like easy things.
yeah. Wow. Oh my God, that was so deep. I
Very
loved it.
insightful. No, for real. Oh my God.
That's how I look at it.
Speaking of support systems, you're very close to your family. Who do you have around you that inspires you like every single day?
100% my mom. 100% my mom and my grandma. And I would say my granddaddy, but my granddaddy's not here anymore. But my grandparents, my mom, my cousin, like my family in general, I look up to them because my mom, she's just someone who's also an Aries. So growing up, and my mom was kind of like,
And Aries raising an Aries.
imagine that. And growing up, child, in high school, I was just like, thought I was grown. Like I wanted to be grown so bad. So like we bumped heads, but growing up, I realized, your mom is always going to be there for you. And so I look at my mom as this very independent woman. So she is someone that I look up to like every single day.
Wow.
That's amazing. My mom's going to watch this. Like, why don't you say those things about me? I love you, Mom.
Sus, we love you. Mwah.
Love you,
Keep
Mom.
vlogging.
I'm sorry, Mom.
Keep vlogging. She filmed a little like TikTok vlog, and it was so cute, and it started going viral. So we were like, you should.
Your
She
mom's
loves
on
it.
TikTok?
No, she just sent it to me and I put it on TikTok. And then she texted me. She's like, if I knew you were going to put it on TikTok, I would have made it better. So
We're
she
like,
got
no,
upset.
that's the point. It's
Yeah.
like,
She didn't know.
How was it when your mom heard that you wanted to even start YouTube?
I think when I first told my family when they first knew, like they was kind of like, oh, okay, cool. They didn't really know. People didn't know much about it. Like when I was 2014, 2015, like nobody really knew like what YouTube was and what it could really be for people. So they was like, okay, but my family 100% was supportive. Like whatever I wanted to do, they was here for it. They was down for it. And, she was like, okay, but she didn't really think anything of it until I think we went to the mall and then people noticed and like, oh, so this is real. So like you got followers or you got fans or supporters or this is how it is. This is how it can be. And I was just like, yeah, girl.
You were just finishing high school at that time then, right?
Yes.
How did you find YouTube?
It was random. So first it was like doing Instagram and then people was like, oh, make a YouTube channel.
You started on Instagram.
Yes.
Okay.
It was Instagram and then YouTube.
Ah.
And then YouTube kind of just blew up.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
How's
Which
it-
do you prefer?
Oh yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah, okay. Just
Yeah.
making sure.
I
love
prefer
YouTube.
YouTube over any app besides TikTok.
Yeah.
I think TikTok has
Something.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
I love it. It's just right to the top.
maybe YouTube and TikTok is kind of like right here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good to know.
But my favorite platform is YouTube
Mm-hmm.
because I just love it. I
Yeah.
like watching people. I like creating content on YouTube. I say people all the time, they like, oh, will you ever do like short form? Like I do TikToks and all that, but I like long.
Yeah,
I like
me
long
too.
content. That's what I like to create. I like watching TikToks, but for me personally, I like to create long.
That's exactly how I feel too.
We've had a lot of TikTokers ask us like, how do you do YouTube? Like that's the end goal. Da 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 da. And me, I'm like, that's so crazy because to me it's easy. Like I've been doing it for so long. For me, vertical's a little harder because I have to you have to be with the editing and like what everything about it. So it's been really interesting seeing how a lot of TikTokers, their goal is to be on YouTube in the end, which is like,
and they look at YouTube like super hard, which it is. YouTube is hard, but I look at TikTok and all these other platforms like that's harder. Like sitting there making a TikTok and creating TikTok is way harder than YouTube.
I
That's how I
agree.
feel too.
I
think-
agree too.
I think,
but
for
we're
me,
just conditioned and we've
Yeah.
done it for so long.
Yes.
So you started YouTube right towards the end of your high school career. Did you go to college at all or no college?
no college.
Wow. Did YouTube, it was already like blowing up for you at that point?
Yes.
Oh my God.
I actually did want to go to college. I wanted to go to LSU, but my life took a different path, and that's the path that I chose to take. Whether
Yeah.
I knew where it was going to take me or not, I did it.
but I mean, we both like didn't go to college essentially. So like, and it was because YouTube kind of started taking off. And I think we got so lucky that we got into it so early and it was taking off early. But it's crazy because now I'm sure even being a brand owner, like you're learning things as you go and you're like, I don't know how to do this. But at the same time, there weren't classes for social media stuff then. Like we couldn't even major in this, which is Genuinely insane.
Crazy. And I don't think you could ever. I think it's something that's in you.
I was just going to say, I feel like obviously they offer social media classes now at colleges. I'm like, I would love to sit in and just see what they're teaching. Like,
They
I'm
do?
so curious. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And they're like, I'm sure in like marketing and like marketing majors, they're teaching a lot about social media. I'm just like, what could someone go in and teach about? I'm just so curious.
Who isn't on social media? That's the tea.
That
I'm like,
too.
who's the teacher?
I imagine it's like some old professor probably like teaching about, I don't even know how to post a TikTok. I don't even know what it would be.
I even got tagged in something recently where they were studying social media marketing and it was pretty basic. Like we were like on the PowerPoint thing and I was like, what? Like I was like, that's just so weird.
In
like,
college?
Yes, in
crazy.
college. Like it's crazy.
That's really cool.
But I think social media is the new world. Like, I think that's why it's a college course. Would you guys ever go back to college?
I would. I'd be open to it.
Nope. I have nightmares of missing classes still to this day, missing essays. I was not good at school.
I get it.
I feel you.
I was just,
And I say this all the time, like, I would, but I wouldn't. Like, I tell people all the time, like, if I was to go back to college, I want to go back to college to study criminal justice.
I love
okay.
that.
I'm obsessed with it. It's weird. People think I'm crazy.
Oh, wait,
but
you need
like,
a crime podcast.
That would be, well, I was actually, as you were speaking, that made me realize I was at school to do something in the medical field, and maybe that's why I hated it so much.
Yeah.
Going back for something I'm genuinely interested in would be, now that I know.
Different.
Yeah,
So
I take
different.
it back. You're so right. Yeah, food, marine biology.
Oh my God.
Something in that. Okay, yes.
something
so
that you love. So that's what I would do. I want to be on crime scenes.
You do?
Yes, I
You don't
wanna
get
do that.
freaked out at all?
Oh,
I love
it.
that. I'm also just picturing you in this fit there.
You see, like an all black suit, child. I would have my earrings. I would have my Louis Vuitton on. I would like, show me the body.
You like stepping over the body in your heels like, doop, doop, doop.
I want to do it. Yes.
But I think that's awesome because to even have dreams and goals outside of all of this, like I feel like anyone could look at you. We just did an episode talking about like how you can feel like you've made it, and then but no one here actually feels that. Like to have a whole other dream for like a whole other career if this is ever gone, I think is really important too, because you don't want to sit here being like, oh my God, I have everything, you know, I'm good for life, etc. Like the fact that genuinely you could decide you don't want to do this tomorrow and then go to school, be a detective. Like that's detective. I love that.
I can see it.
Wait, I would like actually love to watch you. It's just specifically this outfit. Like I'm just imagining you outside of a house.
And it's so crazy because
a
people
magnifying
look at me
glass.
like, dang, I would not think that, but like
Unexpected.
Yes, it's very unexpected.
Wait, you need to do like a cameo or something on like CSI.
I was just gonna say, do you watch all the shows?
I do.
Criminal
You should,
Minds,
yes.
all the things.
I watch all of that.
Anyone?
I watch ID. I watch all of that. Yes, please hit my line. I
Oh
would
my
love to
God.
make an appearance.
Yes, that would be sick.
It's like
good.
a, what you call it, like a
Cameo?
intern for like the detective or something.
Oh
like that.
yes.
Just following around. Oh, I love
A
it.
little notebook and like a little fluffy pen would be
Taking
so
notes.
cute. Yes, I love
And
that.
then I go on my first crime scene. Like, I want to do that. I like
Wait,
that.
this is literally Legally Blonde. Like that's
my
essentially.
God.
I saw the fluffy pen. I love that.
And she was in law school.
She was in law school, yeah.
Yes, that
Law
is
school.
kind of like that.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
can definitely
so
see me.
intern. Then you're gonna go on a show, but then we're gonna make a Netflix series of this because I feel like that could also be something.
Mhm, that'll be great. Thank you,
good.
Alicia. You want to join my team?
Tell
Yes.
me when. Tell me when.
That's like a
bye,
whole
guys.
criminal justice or like being on a murder scene is just like a step over. Obviously, like watching her in law school was so exciting, but like seeing that was just like, that's a whole new level.
Oh my God.
And it's so crazy because I don't know, like, it's just, I'm just intrigued. Like, I'm very, people like, oh, you wouldn't be freaked out or you wouldn't be sad. I would be sad because like when I think of a death or when something happens, I'd be sad, but then it's kind of like, I want to know what happened. Like, that's kind of like why I was
Okay,
intrigued by
this
it.
might be like way like unhinged of a question to kind of ask, but like, do you ever get the For You of like I'm obsessed with this.
We're scared right now.
It's like basically like how bodies work, and there's like this. I'll send it to you. It's like so interesting. It's like
I would love to
doctors.
see it.
I feel like it would be on your For You page.
Is it
what
kind
are
of
you
like people
talking
who do
about?
autopsies? That
Yes,
type of thing?
yes.
I literally went down YouTube videos watching
It's insane.
You can see the real.
Yes, but
body.
it's so like
how they embalm and all of that. It's crazy.
interesting.
I would love to be an intern at a funeral home too.
Oh my God. Just don't scam people for how expensive the casket should be. That's a scam.
Unless it's like decustomized.
Never mind. Get your coin.
We got a new business, everybody. We've discovered what the new business is going to be.
You know, like you know, like a funeral home ex Lorvay or something like that. Like I will do, like,
You know, like a little bedazzled moment. I could see that too. Yeah.
you know, because you know you can be your best.
She's like the Valentine's Day collection.
I'm so serious too. Like
No, I know you are.
I am very intrigued. Like I'm very intrigued when it comes to that type of stuff.
Oh
It's
my
weird, but
God.
I am very intrigued. And
Yeah.
it's crazy because I would watch that type of stuff at night.
And it doesn't
And
scare you.
It kind of do. Like I'm very paranoid sometimes, and I think it's because of that. But
Yeah, it
you know,
is.
I still engaged and be intrigued by it, and I would do it.
But that makes sense. If you have that job, you'd have to be intrigued by it.
Yes.
You know, like someone has to do all that stuff.
Whether I feel freaked out or not, like or be on edge about shit because I seen it on ID or anything like that, I still be like, I want to do it.
I will say, my sister randomly every now and then will just be like, "Oh yeah, I can't sleep. I'm having trouble sleeping." Da 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 da. And I'm like, Ashley, you're listening to literal murder podcasts before you go to bed. Like, of course you're not gonna sleep well. Of course.
That's me. And then you'll be on TikTok and you'll be scrolling about a story. You'll be like, wow, this really happened in life. All right, it's time to crank down. Like,
Yeah.
lock the door. Or you got to do this differently because somebody can snatch you in broad daylight or anything. Like I be creeped out, and I really take in consideration these different stories. But it's very intriguing. Like I would love to figure out, homicide. Like who did what and why.
I am really suggesting you start a podcast, and maybe every other week or something, it's a crime podcast. And
I think that'd be so cute.
or
actually.
or there's different segments. The first segment is like what you're wearing, like what you're obsessed with. You know what I mean?
Okay.
The second segment could be like advice.
I
people
love
could
doing that,
send in-
actually.
Yeah, people could send in dating advice, career advice, and then the last part you can be like, hey, if you want to click out now, and then you can just pivot to like a little crime moment.
I like that.
Yeah,
Kind of all in one.
Detective D. I love it.
Detective D is so cute.
And then name it that. See,
Branding geniuses right here.
I love it.
I have the ideas. You have the ideas. They mix. I would love to do that. I'm so serious.
Quick pivot. Do you have a dream collaboration for Lorvay with any person or brand or like licensing situation? Like, would you ever love to do any of that?
It's so crazy because my number one would probably be Coke.
Coca-Cola.
Cute.
It's like my favorite.
Okay.
I love Coke.
Oh my God.
So that would be the brand. The person, big. Think big. Probably be Rihanna.
Oh my God.
So good.
And then to think of another brand or a company, I like Target. And I feel like Target is just it's so out of the box. You know what I'm saying? Like Target, people think Target is either expensive or cheap, but it can go in between. But it's also like just Target got a lot of cute stuff. Like, believe it or not, like Target is up there.
Oh,
Even
for
with
sure.
The Ulta coming, like I feel like they've.
I walk into
Really
a Target, I was
surprised
like, what is happening? This is giving like mall.
Oh my
It
God.
really
no,
is.
literally the fact that I checked out and had a MAC lipstick on my Target like conveyor belt just felt so weird to me because I was like, this is not real life. Like,
Yeah.
what is happening? So I feel like they're very similar. I see that.
I can definitely see Lorvay in Target.
I could so see
and
that
I can
too.
definitely see a collaboration with Coke because I just have so many ideas and so many things I've already brainstormed. So I'm sure that's happening soon. I'm big on
Damn.
manifestation, and so whatever I want, I get.
Oh
Yes,
my God.
absolutely.
Make it a TikTok. It'll go viral, Coke, if you're listening. Because we know you are. You know, we
I
gotta
already know. Hit my line.
Okay, speaking of girl talk, obviously you're very into fashion. I want to know, like, who are your fashion icons, inspirations, favorite brands, all those things.
Okay, so my fashion inspiration would probably be Rihanna. Like, I love Rihanna. I like what she's done with Fenty. I like her style. I like everything about Rihanna. Like, she's probably like my top celebrity outside of The Weeknd. Like, The Weeknd is like my favorite celebrity ever. Like,
Really?
ever.
Ever?
Ever. I went to 2 of his concerts because I was just that obsessed. I went to a whole nother state to go see him, and then I came back home and went to see him again. Like, that's how obsessed I am with him.
Are you
my
excited
God.
for the
Obsessed,
new
that's a
show?
bit-
The
that's a bit
show's
much.
coming out soon, right?
A show?
The show, it's with him.
HBO.
Yes,
Yes.
Lily Rose
Yes.
Depp, Jenny. I'm excited to watch that.
I think he's going to do good.
I think so, too.
Yeah.
I think he's a good actor. I would say that my favorite brands. I think one of my favorite brands would probably be Chanel. I like Chanel. I love Chanel, actually. I like Chanel perfume. I like Chanel earrings.
Cute.
I like Chanel bags. I like Chanel everything.
Chanel everything, yes.
But, outside of that, one of the other things that I love is Pretty Little Thing. Like, I love Pretty Little Thing. I had a few collaborations with them, but I shop on their website even when I have a collaboration. Like,
Yeah.
They have
I'm buying
everything
stuff
you
every
could
day.
want. Yeah, they
Yeah.
really do.
And then who else? Lorvay,
Obviously.
Obviously, my brand would probably be one of my favorites. But What is another brand that I love? Is it the tip of my tongue? Revolve. I love Revolve.
Would you sell Lorve on Revolve?
I would.
Yeah. Something
I
like
would.
that. That could be cool.
Like Revolve. What else? Nordstrom.
I've heard Nordstrom is the best.
Those type of brands I love.
Yeah. Oh my God. Because I feel like department stores can be really hard, but I've only heard good about brands who are in Nordstrom who still make a profit. Because I feel like that's a whole other thing to
and
this
I think
world.
Nordstrom is a really good store in general for e-commerce as well.
Yeah.
Who want to move into like the store brand. And
Yeah.
I recently just seen you guys do a pop-up. I want to do that.
Oh my God, you should.
In London.
Absolutely.
In London.
Yes.
Oh, I love that.
I be thinking outside the box, chat.
Yes.
I be thinking big.
Wait, what
Yes.
specifically about London?
I don't know. I just like
I mean, it'd be cute.
their influencers, the people. Like I went there for the first time last year, and it's just like the people just different. Like they dress different. Like
Oh, for sure.
like, I don't know. It's just something about it. Like, and I just want to go somewhere that I know for a fact they'll kill it. So
Oh my God.
New York, London, that'll probably be my top places.
Honestly,
Okay.
we thoroughly enjoyed it. Like it was so fun. Even with the pod, we always forget people are listening sometimes. So it's nice because now there aren't conventions like there used to be. Like I know you went to so many. Like there's not a way for us to really meet people who've supported us for years. So I feel like the pop-ups are like,
Right, for
really
them
fun.
to come and see you. Kind of like a meet and greet too.
yeah.
For
And I
sure.
like that. And then they
Yeah.
can come in and kind
And
of
you should
engage.
sell, like we sold merch. You should sell your glasses.
Yes, that would be the plan. It would kind of be like a flagship store.
Very
Kind of like
cute.
a pop-up.
like an empty space and like make it
Even
full.
like-
Oh, I love that
Like
idea.
how Skims or KKW Beauty, like how they would do
Yes.
those like very
Yes.
intricate. That would be
Exactly
really
like that,
sick.
actually. Exactly like that, yes.
Wait, I love
And then I like the
this.
details, how you guys had the lattes.
Oh my
named
God.
after-
That was one. I was like, I hope people notice the names of the lattes because one was I'm pretty, one was I'm basic, obviously. And I was just like, I hope people noticed because like the small
I
details.
did. I noticed the details always. So
Thank you.
good job, girls.
I have no doubt that we will see your pop up in like 6 months in London. Like I it's gonna happen. It's just
Yes,
planned.
and I'm going to invite you guys.
Oh, we'll come.
We'll come. I would
We
love
will
to come. That'd be so
That would
cute.
be really like
Right.
dead ass.
I'm serious because it's already, a plan.
Because
It's already in the works, actually,
Yep,
Yep, it's a thought and a plan.
Damn. Okay, so we have podcast, London pop up, Lorve pop up, which is the same thing. Okay, You know,
And
all
don't
that-
forget,
Detective
podcast.
D.
Yes, Detective D. That's
Yeah, Detective D.
Kind of one and the same.
Yeah, and the cameos. And I mean, I was gonna say any other goals for the near future, but
That would probably be like my main things. It's just kind of like expanding my brain and bigger and bigger and bigger, and just figuring out a way to just make it so big and out the box, like so different. Like I like to go bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger till I can't go bigger anymore. Like everything, I think I look like, dang, that collection was so nice. That campaign was so nice. Damn, what am I gonna do next?
yep.
That's so
That's
fun,
how I think about it,
though.
yes.
That's amazing.
Do you have any advice? Because we have a lot of listeners who are aspiring creators, aspiring like business owners, or just people who want to work in this space. Do you have any advice for people who essentially want to be you, to have, their own sunglasses brand or a clothing brand, or, be a content creator? Is there anything you would tell your younger self or advice you'd give them?
I think one thing I would tell my younger self and advice I would give people is just focus. Like that will be the main thing, because I feel like sometimes you can get off track because your mind and your thoughts are somewhere else, especially when it comes to the media. Like we deal with so much. We deal with so many people talking, so many people saying things, or so many people you just in the comments, whether it's positive, whether it's negative, whether it's an outlet, whether it's the news, whether it's a blog, well, no matter what it is, I feel like we kind of have so much on our back, and that can deter somebody from focusing on their goals. So I feel like the main thing I would say is focus, and also obviously do something that you really, really, really want to do. Because like I said, like you're not going to put your all into something unless you love it. And so my brand is the best because I love it. So that's kind of like my tea, my advice.
Love that.
No, everything you say, I'm just like, I'm going to keep that for later and listen to it before I go to bed.
No,
As, like,
genuinely.
my manifestations before I sleep. That's amazing.
I feel like there's few episodes where I'm like, oh, I want to listen back because you said some good shit.
Thank
You said some
you.
good shit. Well, we hope we gave you a really good experience for your first podcast.
I did, and I would love to come back.
Oh, please.
We'll do it in London.
I know this was
We'll go worldwide. We'll do it
Oh,
worldwide.
that would be nice at the pop-up.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes, let's
Sounds
do it.
amazing.
I love it. And do you want to shout out again where everyone can find you?
Yes, so you guys can find me on YouTube and all my platforms at Deara Taylor, DearaTaylor, and my brand Lorve, Lorbae.
Seriously, guys, go subscribe. She's the best. And I'm just so excited we could finally get you in.
Yes, I'm so excited. I was so happy, and I can't wait for the next time.
You're so sweet. Thank you for coming.
Thank
you were
you.
so inspirational and just all around amazing.
Thank you for having me.
Yes.
Don't forget to subscribe to, obviously, De'Ara, as well as Pretty Basic, and follow us on Instagram, TikTok, etc. We love you guys so much, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.